Ankita,
Present,
Ankita,
sir.
okay,
Present, sir.
right. Chandrasekhar, Chandrasekhar, Harshgowda, Harshgowda,
Present, sir. Present.
right. Janvi,
Present, sir.
okay. Mahadev,
Present, sir.
right. Mohammed, Mohammed, Kirti, Kirti, Pikesh, Pikesh, Prajwal Gowda, Prajwal Gowda, Ramesh,
Present, sir.
right. Ratan, Ratan, Rohan, Rohan, Rutik Chopde,
Present, sir.
right. Rutvik Gune, Rutvik Gune, Sadashiv, Sadashiv, Sagar,
Sir.
Sagar, right. Sai Prakash,
Present, sir.
okay. Samir Ahmad,
Yes, sir.
right. Sania,
Present, sir.
okay. Sanjay, Sanjay, Sankalp,
Present, sir.
right. Sanket,
Yes, sir.
okay. Shiraj, Shiraj,
Present, sir.
okay. Shivananda Natikar, Shivananda Natikar, Shraddha Hunsyal, Shraddha Hunsyal, Shubham, Shubham,
Present, sir.
okay,
Present, sir.
right. Sumit, Sumit, Suraya Banu,
Present, sir.
right. Tejas,
Present, sir.
okay. Vivek, Vivek, Yamunappa, Yamunappa, गावकर रजत रामचंद्र, गावकर रजत रामचंद्र, मंजुनाथ, मंजुनाथ, प्रथमेश, प्रथमेश,
Present, sir.
right. Joslino,
Present, sir.
okay. The last class we discussed about the RE model of transistor. Are you able to see the screen here? Screen is visible? Screen is visible, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Not visible?
Visible, sir.
Visible. Okay, fine. Let us take one example on common emitter configuration with fixed bias, common emitter fixed bias configuration. We'll note down this example. Example on common emitter fixed bias configuration. Take your notebook. calci and your pen. Right, note down the example. For the circuit shown below, so this topic we had discussed in the initial classes. Okay, at the beginning of this module, we had discussed the common emitter fixed bias configuration. Right. So we'll discuss one example on that. For the circuit shown below, determine RE, find Zi, Z0, AV and AI with R0 equal to infinity ohm. Part C, repeat part B, taking R0 equal to 50 kilo ohm and compare the results. This is the problem. The problem statement is, for the circuit shown below, determine RE, emitter resistance, find Zi, input impedance, Z0 output impedance, AV voltage gain, AI current gain with R0 equal to infinity ohm. Output resistance is infinity ohm. Part C is repeat part B, that is you have to find Zi, Z0, AV and AI considering R0 equal to 50 kilo ohm and then compare this result with the result obtained with R0 equal to infinity ohms. This is the problem statement. Noted down this statement. Okay. Now note down the circuit. Note down the circuit here. This is a circuit given. Common emitter fixed bias configuration. It is a common emitter fixed bias configuration. C1 is 10 microfarad. RB, that is base resistance, is 470 kilo ohms. RC, collector resistance. This is the collector resistance. This is base resistance 470 kilo ohm. Collector resistance RC is 4.7 kilo ohm. C2 capacitance is 10 microfarad. Beta given is 100. Beta is 100. VCC is 15 volts. VCC is 15 volt. This is the given circuit. Note down this circuit quickly. Emitter is grounded here. This emitter is grounded. Okay. Emitter terminal is grounded. Did you all note down this? Okay. Now let us solve this example.
Noted, sir.
Noted. Okay. Shall we start solving? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. What he has asked first, what they have asked first, determine RE. Determine RE, that is emitter resistance is asked. We know the fundamental formula for emitter resistance, that is RE is given by 26 millivolt by IE. RE is 26 millivolt divided by IE. And IE is further equal to 1 plus beta into IB. IE, emitter current, it is 1 plus beta times the base current. 1 plus beta into IB gives emitter current IE. Now, how to find the value of IB? Now, if we want IE, we have to substitute IE in this formula to get the value of RE. Is it not? Now, if we want IE, then what is the formula for IE? 1 plus beta into IB. We know beta, it is 100, it is given. IB, we don't know. Now, that is, you have to calculate IB first. If you want to calculate IB first, then how we have to calculate? Here, in this circuit, how to find the value of IB? Base current, this current, the current flowing through 470 kilo ohms. It is VCC, this voltage, VCC total voltage minus base to emitter voltage, VBE, that gives the voltage across the resistance RB. Correct? VCC, that is this voltage minus the base to emitter voltage, that gives the voltage drop across the base resistance across 470 kilo ohms. After knowing the voltage drop, if we divide the voltage drop by the resistance 470 kilo ohm, V by R is equal to I. We will get the value of the base current IB. Correct? That is the formula. We are applying nothing but the KVL here. VCC minus IBRB minus VBE, that is equal to 0. VCC minus IBRB, base current is IB, resistance is RB, minus base to emitter voltage is equal to 0. If you simplify this, you will get IB is equal to VCC minus VB, that is the voltage drop across RB, that divided by the voltage divided by the resistance 470 kilo ohm gives the value of the current IB flowing through resistance 470 kilo ohm. That is IB is equal to VCC minus VBE divided by RB. It is nothing but the KVL that we are applying to the input path, right? We know how to apply the KVL to the input path and to the output path. Now, if we apply the KVL to the input path, we get IB is equal to VCC minus VBE by RB. VCC is given 15 volts. VB is, we know that VB is 0.7 volts. Remember, right? Until and unless they give VBE, we have to consider VB as 0.7 volts only. Note down this, right? Don't consider any other value until and unless they specify the value of VB. Sometimes they mention the value of VB, consider VB as 0.3 volts. Only then you have to take it as VB as 0.3 volts. If they don't give in the value of VB as 0.7 volts only, note down this. Okay, so VB is 0.7 volts, that divided by RB. RB, we know that RB, it is 470 kilo ohms base resistance. Calculate this, how much value you get, students? 15 volt minus 0.7 volt divided by 470 kilo ohm. Calculate the value here. See how much you get. 15 minus 0.7 divided by 470 kilo ohms it is. Give me the value. How much you are getting? IB. Anybody calculated? 15 minus 0.7, the whole divided by 470 kilo ohms. Anybody calculated that? How much you are getting? Answer.
Sir.
Tell me the answer.
30.425
Yes.
microamperes.
Yes, correct. You are right. Both of you are right. 30.43 microampere. We get 30.43 microampere IB value. Now we can find IE. IE is 1 plus beta into IB. It is 1 plus 100. Beta is 100. That into IB. IB just now we calculate, that is 30.43 microampere. If we find out the value of this, 1 plus 100 is 101. 101 multiplied by 30.43 microampere, just calculate this. The value will be 3.073 milliampere. It will be 3.073 milliampere. We got the value of IE. Now, once we got the value of IE, substitute in this formula, RE is equal to 26 millivolt by IE. That is 26 millivolt divided by IE is 3.073 milliampere. Check how much you are getting. Value of RE, 26 millivolt by IE. Use this formula. RE is 26 millivolt by IE. 26 millivolt divided by 3.073 milliampere. Tell me the value of RE, emitter resistance. Everybody should calculate here. Ankita, how much you are getting? Value of RE? Ankita? Harsh Gowda? Calculating? Yes, please. Harsh Gowda, you got the value? Harsh Gowda. (26 millivolt divided by 3.073 milliampere). Milli and milli will cancel. Just you have to calculate 26 divided by 3.073. Am I right? 26 millivolt divided by 3.073 milliampere. Milli and milli will cancel. We have only 26 divided by 3.073. What is the value of 26 divided by 3.073?
8.46.
8.46 ohms. You are right. 8.46 ohms. Okay. We got the value of RE. RE is 8.46 ohms. Next what they have asked, the second parameter, and Zi, Z0, AV and AI with R0 equal to infinity ohm. The formula for Zi is RB parallel beta RE. If you just go back and see the formula for common emitter fixed bias configuration, the formula for input impedance is RB parallel beta RE. RB parallel beta RE. RB parallel beta RE. First calculate beta RE. Beta is 100. RE just now we calculated 8.46. It is 846 ohms. 100 into 8.46 is, well, just shift by 2 decimal places. We get 846 ohms. Correct? We got beta RE. Then we have to calculate RB parallel beta RE. That is our Zi. RB is 470 kilo ohms. Look into the circuit. RB is how much? 470 kilo ohms. 470 kilo ohm parallel 846 ohms. Find out the value of this. 470 kilo ohms parallel with 846 ohms. Tell me the answer. How much you are getting? 470 kilo ohms parallel with 846 ohms. Value of Zi, RB parallel beta RE. Anybody calculated? Janvi?
Calculating, sir.
Okay, do it. 470 kilo ohms parallel with 846 ohms. Mahadev Wadear. Did you calculate that? Mahadev Wadear. Ramesh Vadavadigi. Rutik Chopde. Rutik.
Sir, it's 844.59, sir.
Correct. 844.47 ohms approximately. 844.47 ohms. Fine. Okay. Next, let us calculate Z0. The formula for Z0 is R0 parallel RC. R0 parallel RC, that is R0 parallel collector resistance. R0 they have given to consider as infinity ohm. See the question. R0 they have asked to consider as infinity ohms. R0, small R0, that is output resistance. This R0 is parallel with RC. This R0 is parallel with RC. Here, R0 parallel RC. Infinity ohm parallel with 4.7 kilo ohms. RC collector resistance is 4.7 kilo ohm. Now we know that if we take the parallel combination of very large value with very small value, then we are going to get the parallel combination effective resistance as the smaller value itself. If I take the parallel combination of 100 ohm and 1 ohm, 100 into 1 is 100 divided by 101. That will almost come to 0 point something. It will almost come to nearer to 1 ohms. That means it is nearer to the lower value. It is nearer to the lower value of resistance. Therefore, if we take the parallel combination of infinity ohm with 4.7 kilo ohms, the lower resistance is 4.7 kilo ohm. Therefore, we get it as 4.7 kilo ohms. Got the point here? How we are getting this 4.7 kilo ohms? R naught is infinity ohm, parallel combination with 4.7 kilo ohm. Any very large value, parallel combination with very small value, the effective resistance is always the smaller value itself. Therefore, we get it as 4.7 kilo ohms. Next is voltage gain. Formula for voltage gain is minus R naught parallel RC divided by RE. Minus R naught parallel RC divided by RE. R naught parallel RC. R naught parallel RC. Just now we have calculated R naught parallel RC, that is Z naught. It is 4.7 kilo ohms. Just now we have calculated that value. Substitute that directly. Minus 4.7 kilo ohm. Again, need not calculate. Once you calculate directly, you can use the same value. Need not again calculate that. Minus 4.7 kilo ohm divided by RE. RE also we have calculated. How much we got? RE 8.46 ohms. Substitute that. We get AV equal to how much? Minus 4.7K divided by 8.46 ohms. Calculate that value. Minus 4.7K divided by 8.46 ohms. Voltage gain is how much? Sagar, how much you're getting? AV, Sagar, Talikeri, Samir Ahmed.
minus 555.55, sir.
Yes, minus 555.55. That is minus 555.55. This is the value of voltage gain. Okay. Next, let us calculate the current gain. Current gain is given by the formula AI. Current gain is given by the formula AI is equal to minus AV, that is voltage gain, minus voltage gain into input impedance Zi divided by RC, minus AV Zi by RC. You have to memorize these formulas so that whenever example is asked on these circuits, you have to directly use the available formula, substitute the values and get the required parameters, unknown parameter values. Okay. Minus AV Zi RC divided by RC. That comes out to minus AV. Now, how to find out minus AV here? Minus of AV. AV itself is minus 555.55. Substitute that. This into ZI we have calculated 844.47 divided by RC, that is 4.7 kilo ohms. RC value is 4.7 kilo ohms. Collector resistance. That will be equal to 99.82. The value of current gain is 99.82. Okay. This we have calculated for part B, AV, AI, ZI and Z0. Next, let us calculate the same parameters ZI, Z0, AV and AI considering R0 as 50 kilo ohms. Output resistance as 50 kilo ohms. Now ZI is not affected by R0. Why? Because what is the formula for ZI? Let us go back and see what is the formula for ZI. It is RB parallel beta RE. ZI is given by RB parallel beta RE. There is no R0 term in this equation for ZI. There is no R0 term in this equation for ZI. That means the input impedance when R0 equal to 50 kilo ohm is not affected. Is not affected because it is at the input side. Here they have given the value of output resistance. So as ZI is RB parallel beta RE, there is no R0 term in the ZI equation. Therefore, the ZI is not affected. It remains the same as the previous value, that is 844.47 ohms. 844.47 ohms. Okay. Previous one also we have got the same 844.47. The same value will remain when R0 is equal to 50 kilo ohms. Next, Z0. How to calculate Z0? Z0 is given by, what is the formula for Z0? R0 parallel RC. R0 parallel RC, that is R0 is 50 kilo ohm parallel with 4.7 kilo ohms. If you take the parallel combination of these two, check how much you will get. 50 kilo ohm parallel with 4.7 kilo ohms. Check how much you are getting. 50 kilo ohm parallel with 4.7 kilo ohms. Tell me the answer. 50 kilo ohm parallel with 4.7 kilo ohms. 50 kilo ohm parallel with 4.7 kilo ohms. Sania, how much you are getting? 50 kilo ohm parallel with 4.7 kilo ohms. So to do 50 kilo ohm into 4.7 kilo ohm, R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. 50 kilo ohm into 4.7 kilo ohm divided by 50 kilo ohm plus 4.7 kilo ohms. Check how much you are getting. Sankalp,
4.29.
how much?
4.29.
Just check. 50 kilo ohm parallel 4.7 kilo ohm, 4.3 kilo ohms will get. Just check.
Okay, sir.
Anybody getting different answer?
Sir, 4.69. I'm getting
4.69.
I'm getting
4.6 kilo ohms.
4.69.
No, is it kilo ohms or?
Sir, 4.3 kilo ohms.
4.3 kilo ohms, right, exactly. 4.3 kilo ohms, correct. Just check that. So you'll get 4.3 kilo ohms. 4.3 kilo ohms. Okay. Just check that answer. Parallel combination of 50 kilo ohm with 4.7 kilo ohm. Okay. You'll get approximately around 4.296, 4,296. So it is approximately 4.3 kilo ohms. Am I right? Next. EV. EV is given by, what is the formula for EV? Previous formula just check. EV is given by minus R0 parallel RC divided by RE. Minus R0 parallel RC divided by RE. But here R0 is greater than or equal to 10 times RC. What is the value of R0 they have given? 50 kilo ohms. R0 given is 50 kilo ohms. 10 times RC. RC is 4.7 kilo ohm. 10 into 4.7 K is how much? 10 into 4.7 kilo ohms is how much? 10 into 4.7 kilo ohms is how much? 47 kilo ohms, correct? Shift by one decimal point to the right, 47 kilo ohms. Multiply by 10, 47 kilo ohms. That means R0 is greater than or equal to 10 times RC. R0, the value of R0 that they have given, 50 kilo ohm, is greater than 10 times the value of collector resistance. Collector resistance is 4.7 kilo ohm. 10 into 4.7 kilo ohms is 47 kilo ohm. That means 50 kilo ohm is greater than 47 kilo ohm. Yes or no? 50 kilo ohm is greater than or equal to 47 kilo ohm, 10 times RC. Right? Therefore, if R0 is greater than or equal to 10 times RC, right? That means 10 times RC is parallel with RC. R0 is 10 times RC. If we can take, if we are taking, then it is parallel with RC, that will be smaller value only, because we know that parallel combination of large value with small value will result in effective resistance will be smaller value. Therefore, we get AV as simply minus RC by RE, because the parallel combination of R0 parallel RC. R0 is 50 kilo ohm, RC is just 4.9 kilo ohm. Therefore, R0 is greater than or equal to 10 times the collector resistance, right? The parallel combination of large resistance with smaller resistance will be the smaller resistance. Therefore, it will be simply minus RC by RE. For here we have taken minus RC by RE. What is RC? RC is nothing but output impedance. If you can see here, Z0, what we are getting, it is nothing but the RC. Z0 is nothing but the collector resistance. Because what is the formula for Z0? Z0 is R0 parallel RC. Right? Again here, the parallel combination if we take, we are getting nothing but R0 is very large value, RC is smaller value. Again, the parallel combination of Z0, that is R0 parallel RC, will be RC only. So Z0 will also be equal to RC. Correct? R0 parallel RC. Z0 is around 50 kilo ohms. This is 4.7. So large value parallel combination, smaller value will be smaller value only. Therefore, Z0 is equal to RC, that is 4.7 kilo ohms. Therefore, here I have substituted Z0 instead of RC minus Z0 by RE. It is Z0 what we have got here. Z0 value that we have got is 4.3 kilo ohms. Substitute that 4.3 kilo ohms Z0 value. This divided by RE. It is 8.46 ohms. How much we get? Minus 508.27. AB is negative. It indicates that the output signal and the input signal are 180-degree phase shifted with respect to each other. Input signal and output signal, there is a phase relationship of 180-degree between each other. Now current gain, AI. AI formula is minus AV ZI by RC. Minus AV into ZI by RC. Minus of AV is minus 508.27. Substitute that. This into ZI. ZI is how much we are getting? Just see, go back and check. ZI is 844.47. Substitute that. 844.47 divided by RC. RC is 4.7 kilo ohms. We get 91.32. 91.32. Here, the values of Z0, AV, AI with finite R0. Finite R0 means the value given is 50 kilo ohms. So, for Z0, AV, AI with 50 kilo ohms, with 50 kilo ohms of R0, the values of Z0, AV and AI are less as that of R0 equal to infinity ohms. Just we can check here for Z0 or R0 equal to infinity ohms is how much? 4.7 kilo ohms. Whereas for R0 equal to 50 kilo ohms, Z0 is 4.3 kilo ohms. That is, it is less. 4.3 kilo ohm is less than 4.7 kilo ohm. Similarly, the voltage gain and the current gain are also less for R0 equal to 50 kilo ohm as compared to that of R0 equal to infinity ohms. Clear here? This is a comparison of, that is, one with R0 equal to infinity ohm and one with R0 equal to 50 kilo ohms. Everybody understood this problem here? Is this problem understood? Is this problem clear to everyone? Everybody understood this problem here? Shiraj, understood? Shiraj?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shubham, is it clear? Shubham?
Yes, sir.
Suraya Banu?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Prathamesh? Prathamesh? Clear? Prathamesh Patil? Tejas? Tejas? Okay. So let us move ahead with the next part of the topic here. Common emitter configuration with voltage divider bias. This is the circuit. This is which circuit? Can you tell me? Which circuit is this? We have already studied this circuit. Yes. Which circuit is this? We have R1, R2. Voltage is divided between R1 and R2. We are using voltage divider rule to find out the voltage in between R1 and R2. Right? In between R1 and R2. Then we have collector resistance RC, emitter resistance RE, input capacitance C1, output capacitance C2, bypass capacitance CE. This is which circuit? Voltage divider bias circuit. Yes or no? It is voltage divider bias circuit. Common emitter configuration with voltage divider bias. It is common emitter configuration because the emitter terminal is common between input and output circuits. That we'll be seeing next. How the emitter terminal becomes common for the input and output sections. And that is why the name given to this circuit is common emitter configuration with voltage divider bias. Here, the input is applied to base terminal. Input signal is applied to base terminal. Output is collected from the collector terminal. Output is collected from the collector terminal V0, right? Emitter terminal is bypassed. Emitter terminal is bypassed to ground. That is, here, this emitter terminal, it is connected to the capacitor. bypass capacitor here. We know that for AC signal, this capacitor acts like a short circuit. For the AC signal, the capacitor acts like a short circuit. For DC signal, the capacitor acts as open circuit. Remember this. For DC signals, the capacitor acts as open circuit. For AC signal, the capacitor acts like a short circuit. Okay, so that means this RE is shorted with the 0 ohms. This is short circuit, capacitor is short circuit because it is AC signal. Therefore, RE comes in parallel with 0 ohms. That means the RE is nothing but 0 ohm only. Parallel combination of resistance with 0 ohms is what? It is 0 ohms only. That means the RE is nothing but disconnected to ground. So this capacitor, bypass capacitor, is connected here to make certain AC voltages to bypass to the ground. If these AC voltages are present, what will happen is they will be applied from this RE back to the input. They will be applied from RE back to the input, right? Where the input voltage subtracts this voltage, the feedback voltage that is coming from the emitter resistance. Therefore, input voltage decreases and the output voltage also decreases. That means the output voltage is getting affected. Now, this circuit is nothing but the amplifier circuit, right? It is an amplifier. Transistor is working like an amplifier. But if this RE is not bypassed, if we are not connecting this CE capacitor, bypass capacitor across RE, then what will happen is the voltage that is coming from this emitter terminal, the voltage at this emitter terminal, that will be applied to the input back to the through R2 resistance. It will be applied to the VI here, and it will be subtracted from VI. The feedback voltage that is coming from RE through R2, right, that will be subtracted from VI input voltage, and because as it is subtracted, the value will decrease, input will decrease, and hence the output will also decrease. To avoid this, what is done is we are bypassing this RE with the capacitor so that the AC signals, whatever are there, that are bypassed to the ground, right? And this reduces the amount of feedback that is going to the input, right? As it is reducing the feedback of AC voltage to the input, the output voltage doesn't get affected. The output voltage does not get reduced, right? So this is the advantage of connecting the bypass capacitor CE across the resistance RE. Clear here? This figure shows common emitter configuration using voltage divider. AC input is VI applied to base through capacitor C1. Output signal, the amplified signal, is obtained from the collector terminal, right, through the capacitor C2. Output coupling capacitor is C2. Bypass capacitor C is used to prevent loss of voltage gain due to AC negative feedback through RE by creating an AC ground at the emitter. C1, C2 and CE are selected such that they are nothing but the short circuit. For the AC signal, we know that C1, C2, these capacitors, whatever are there at the input is C1, and the one at the output, that is C2, right? They are acting like a short circuit. Okay, because for DC signal, frequency is 0, XC is equal to 1/2 pi FC. Frequency is 0 means it is inversely proportional to XC. XC will be infinite. For F equal to 0, right? Because of this infinite resistance, it is acting like a open circuit. For DC signal, it is open circuit, whereas for the AC signal, they act like a short circuit. Okay. This is the next figure that we are getting. Now, to perform small signal AC analysis, we have to obtain the AC equivalent circuit. We know how to obtain the AC equivalent circuit. Can you tell me how to obtain the AC equivalent circuit? What we have to do? We have to make the capacitors short circuit. So this capacitor, what you are seeing here, this is short circuited here. C1 is short circuited. Then C2 is short circuited. CE, bypass capacitor, is also short circuited. Then the VCC, whatever is connected here, that is connected to ground because it is VCC is connected to ground because it is a AC analysis. As it is a DC voltage, we have to ground it because we are considering only the AC analysis, AC signal, right? Therefore, ground this VCC, connected to ground. So this will be the AC equivalent circuit for the small signal analysis. Clear here? These are the observations that are made here. The following observations are made here. R1 appears between base and ground. If you look here, R1 is between base terminal. This is the base terminal. It appears between base terminal and the ground terminal. This is ground. Okay. Then RC is appearing between collector terminal and the ground. RC, collector resistance, is between the collector terminal and the ground. R2 is appearing again between base to ground, because here emitter terminal is grounded. It's a short between R2 and RE. Therefore, R2 is also connected between base terminal and ground. Then it's a parallel combination of RE with 0 ohms. Capacitor short circuit here. Short circuit means 0 ohms. Open circuit means infinite resistance. Correct? So RE in parallel combination with 0 ohms means it is a 0 ohms only. Therefore, this resistance, whatever we are getting here, it's a short circuit between emitter terminal to ground. It will become 0 ohms. 0 ohms is nothing but short circuit. It is what it is mentioned here. RE is in parallel with short circuit 0 ohms. So RE parallel 0 ohms will be 0 ohms. The AC equivalent circuit is redrawn. So it is redrawn once again. This is how we get the circuit. R1 is in between base terminal to ground. R2 is also in between base terminal to ground. The collector resistance RC is in between collector terminal to ground. Okay. Emitter terminal is short circuited to ground because of the bypass capacitor. Okay. RE parallel 0 ohms is 0 ohms. 0 ohms means it is a short circuit. So this is how we are drawing the common emitter configuration with voltage divider bias AC equivalent circuit. Okay. Now here the emitter terminal is common between input and output. Here we can see the emitter terminal is common between input part and the output part, or in between input section and the output sections. Therefore, it is called as the common emitter configuration with voltage divider bias. Common emitter configuration with voltage divider bias. It is nothing but the voltage divider bias circuit itself. Okay. Here we have R dash. What is the value of R dash? R1 is parallel with R2. Therefore, R1 parallel R2 we can consider as R dash. R1 is in parallel with R2. R1 parallel R2 we can consider it as R dash. Here, R dash is R1 parallel R2. That is R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. The AC equivalent circuit of figure 2, that is this figure, is similar to the AC equivalent circuit of the fixed bias configuration. If you just try to recollect the fixed bias configuration model, that is AC equivalent circuit, right? It is similar to this. Here we are having R1, R2. There it is just RB. Instead of this R1, R2, it is just RB. That means here R1 parallel R2 is similar to RB in case of fixed bias configuration. That also it is drawn here in the next. Only exception is that RB is replaced by R dash. The results derived for the common emitter fixed bias configuration can be applied to the common emitter configuration with voltage divider bias. That is what all equations we have obtained for the fixed bias configuration. The same equations we can use for voltage divider bias also, right? In the AC analysis, in the AC modeling, small signal analysis, whatever equations we have obtained for the common emitter fixed bias configuration, the same equations we can also use for the, or we can also apply for the common emitter configuration with voltage divider bias. Here, this is the common emitter configuration with fixed bias circuit. It is having RB, but here what it is, R1 and R2, they are in parallel. Other part are same, emitter is grounded, also emitter is grounded. And we have RC between collector to ground. Here also RC is between collector to ground. Everything is same except this input portion R1 parallel R2. Here it is, and in case of fixed bias configuration, it is just RB. Means if we replace this RB by R1 parallel R2, that will give us all the equations for the common emitter configuration with the voltage divider bias. If we replace this RB by R1 parallel R2, that will give us all the equations for the common emitter configuration with voltage divider bias. Let us look at those equations. If you just go back and see the equations for the fixed bias configuration, that is common emitter fixed bias configuration, what we discussed at the beginning of this module. So it is VI by RII, Zi is VI by II, that is R, there it will be RB parallel beta RE, here it is R dash parallel beta RE. Because instead of RB, here we are having R dash, that is R1 parallel R2, R1 parallel R2, this portion, RB, it's R1 parallel R2 or R dash, right? I'm just replacing RB by R dash, that will give me input impedance Zi equation for the common emitter configuration with voltage divider bias. That Z0 is given by R0 parallel RC. Here there is no part of RB here. So it is same as that of, exactly same as that of the fixed bias configuration, R naught parallel RC. Then AV equation is also same, minus R naught parallel RC by RE. Just now we discussed the example, minus R naught parallel RC by RE. Then AI equation is also same, minus AV ZI by RC, minus AV ZI by RC. RC is the collector resistance. If R naught is greater than or equal to 10 times RC, suppose if R naught is greater than or equal to 10 times RC, then what will happen? See here, 10 times RC parallel with RC. It will be simply RC only, correct? Parallel combination of large resistance with small resistance is always the smaller resistance, correct? Therefore, Z naught is simply RC, R naught parallel RC, R naught is 10 times RC, parallel with RC is only RC. Then AB will be R naught parallel RC is RC minus RC by RE. Again, negative sign indicates that VI and V naught are 180 degree out of phase, correct? This is about the common emitter configuration with voltage divider bias. The next class we'll solve an example on this common emitter configuration with the voltage divider bias, and then we will move ahead with the next subsequent topics. Okay. So, is it clear here, students, the example that we discussed in today's class and the common emitter configuration with voltage divider bias? Is it clear here, both of these, what we discussed in today's class? Yes. Manjunath, Meligiri, Joslino, is it understood? Joslino, Suraya Banu,
Yes.
okay, fine. Suraya Banu,
Yes, sir.
any problem in understanding?
No, sir.
Any questions here?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Ramesh Kodavadigi, any questions? Ramesh,
Yes, sir.
any questions, Ramesh?
No, sir.
Understood today's topics?
Sir.
Okay. Ankita, any questions? Ankita,
No, sir.
here
No
with the
question.
today's topics? Okay, fine. Then we'll wind up the session
Yes,
here.
sir.
We'll continue in the next class. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir,
Yes, please tell me.
sir, I didn't get my IA mark.
What is your number?
I didn't.
No,
21.
what is your name, please? Name?
Tania.
Sania, no? Okay. I will just see
Sania
that and I
Saib.
will let you know. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Fine.
sir.
Okay. Right. Anything else? Okay. Thank you.